Associates continued, Maulana Salahuddin is a leader of the Hizb al-Mujahideen guerrilla group based on Muzaffarabad, Pakistan-controlled Kashmir, a strong ally of the Taliban and bin Laden's cause. It reminds me of a joke of guerrillas. What do you call two guerrillas fighting? Guerrilla warfare. Anyway, he is also the Supreme Commander of the United Jihad Council, an umbrella organization for 14 Kashmiri militant groups. I'm not surprised there's no peace on Kashmir. Hafiz Saeed. Saeed is a former university professor of Islamic studies in Pakistan. He is now the leader of the Lashkar-e-Taiba, a major guerrilla group in Kashmir. Now this professor, kind note, is Islamic studies professor. And it says clearly in the Quran you shouldn't form different sanctions or groups amongst the religion. And so he's formed Lashkar-e-Taiba and he's a professor in Islamic studies. It doesn't make any sense. Khalid, he just slapped himself in the face. Khalid al-Safani. Khalid al-Safani holds both Yemeni and Bosnian passports. He and his family were deported from Kuwait to Bosnia on November 11, 2000. It is reported that he was running a honey business and had links to Al-Qaeda in Kuwait. Apparently, Safani, along with Yusri Ahmed and others, planned to carry out a big operation inside Kuwait as well as other places for Al-Qaeda. The two men were caught with 5 hand grenades and 113 kilos of high explosives. It is not known if he is any relation to Abdul Rahman Hussein Muhammad al-Safani. Osama Sumer, a Palestinian with a forged Saudi passport. Sumer was involved in the abortive 1999 bombing plot in Jordan. He built an underground chamber to store chemical ingredients to be used for explosives. Arrested by the Jordanian authorities, Sumer disclosed the location of a cell-safe house. Now I think this Osama Sumer kind note. Osama Sumer has relations with Chemical Ali of Iraq. Refa Ahmed Taha, also known as Refa Ahmed Taha Musa, also known as Abu Yasser, also known as Abdul Hay Ahmed Abdul Wahab, also known as Isam Ali Muhammad Abdullah, also known as Saleh Ali Kamil, also known as Tabat, also known as EZZ. I don't know what that means. Maybe there's a word before it and after it. Cesar. I say. Taha, leader of there's a verse in the Quran as well. It's Taha. If you refer to that, maybe there's a lead there. Taha, leader of the Egyptian Islamic group Shura Council, was a signatory of Al-Qaeda's 1998 fatwa under the banner the Islamic International Front for the Struggle Against Crusaders and Jews. However, it has been reported that Taha had a falling out with bin Laden and has tried to distance Gamma Islamiyah away from Al-Qaeda. He was sentenced to death in Egypt in the returnees from Afghanistan case. Funded by bin Laden, he has also been linked to the assassination of Anwar Sadat. Abdul Hakim Tisgah, an Algerian national and suspected member of armed Islamic group, arrested December 24, 1998 in Bellevue, Washington, shortly after the arrest of Ahmed Resham. He is a member of the network which includes Resham, Dahomey, Hureri, and Miskini, which tried to attack during Millennium celebrations. He pleaded guilty to several conspiracy charges in the fall of 2000. Now you see these Millennium, the end of year, New Year celebrations are approaching again. So they obviously want to do something here. Hussein Touri, an Algerian national involved in the Jordan plot. Best I can suggest is know your neighbor. If there's somebody out there and you're celebrating New Year's Day, and if you see someone that no one knows, take a picture of him or report him to the police. If you're celebrating and you don't know this person or these people, a group of people, then either A, introduce yourselves, or B, report them to the police. Know your neighbor. This is a good way to survive any attack. Rams Hussein Touri, an Algerian national involved in the Jordan plot, served as a link between Abu Hushair and Abu Zubaydah. Touri carried a forged French passport and had hidden material for the Jordan attack in his home in the Wide refugee camp in Amman, Jordan. He is now under arrest in Jordan and cooperates with the authorities. All these people, kind note, all these people cooperating with authorities, I don't know, I wouldn't believe them at all. I think they're going to lead us further astray. Ramzi Youssef. Youssef is a veteran of the Afghan War and was trained in explosives. He was a bomb maker for the 1993 World Trade Center attack. Youssef was arrested in Pakistan February 7, 1995 while staying in Bin Laden's guest house in Peshawar. He was convicted on November 13, 1997 of conspiracy and sentenced to 240 years in prison. Bakht Zamin, leader of the Al-Badr group, a splinter fact of Hizb-ul-Mujahideen. Zamin reportedly fought in the Afghan war and his group carries out attacks in Kashmir repeatedly. The group vows to defend Bin Laden at any and all cost. A commander of his, Nasr Ahmad Mujahid, reportedly met with Bin Laden in 1998. Now, I don't know why they want to protect this Mr. Bin Laden. They should be protecting, if they're going to protect anyone peaceably at all, it should be protecting, this Saudi royal family. They should protect them. They are the ones that issue fatwas. This Bin Laden issued a fatwa that's not even legitimate. It's not even legal amongst the family of Muslims. It's not even signed by any authority on Arabia. Oh my gosh. Muhammad Rabi al-Zawahiri, brother to Ayman and former member of the Egyptian Jihad Shura Council. He was arrested in the United Arab Emirates and extradited to Egypt, where the FBI questioned him in February 2000. Financial sources of support. Al-Qaeda's activities are largely supported by Osama bin Laden. He has long financed operations with his personal fortune. Before he had this personal fortune, there was no Al-Qaeda. And I said Al-Qaeda means pamphlet. It means booklet, a code. The code. So this could mean the code. Al-Qaeda is a journal code. It means similar to this. He has been an estimated personal fortune at one time estimated between 270 to 300 million from the Bin Laden Group, his father's construction company. After settling in the Sudan, Bin Laden set up various companies such as holding company as the Wadi al-Aqiq, a construction business known as Al-Hijra, an agricultural company known as the Timur al-Mubaraka, an investment company known as Ladin International, an investment company known as Taba Investments, a leather company known as Khartoum Tannery, and a transportation company known as Qudrat Transport Company. Kind note, all these companies and groups and construction places, I would suggest that, inspectors, like you have health and safety inspectors. You go visit these companies, you go visit these places and see if they're doing their job properly. I don't believe they are. So they could make a construction, they could build a house or some sort of living quarter, even a restaurant even, and it could collapse. It's probably not even worth it going into. So I suggest, inspectors go there and evaluate the construction. He greatly increased his fortune with these new companies as he was given very high-profile construction projects by the Sudanese government. No, kind note, I don't speculate that he made more money using projects. They made more money investing on the open markets. This is how they made their money grow. They invested. He also nearly monopolized many export industries such as sesame and corn products. However, Al-Qaeda was able to use these companies to provide cover for the procurement of explosive weapons and chemicals and the transportation of operatives and to make large amounts of money. Other than bin Laden, Al-Qaeda continues to receive support throughout the world to continue its jihad. Now read more of financial sources of support later. Now this N1 strain is also some kind of virus developed by criminals in some laboratory somewhere on the world. This should be looked into. Every new virus, we need to look into every new case of disease or virus. This is they are making these viruses, you see, like the bubonic plague and that's cause. We need to make a list of every laboratory on the world. Thank you very much for listening. Have a nice day.